Hello students, myself Pintu Saha, your science teacher. Today we are with the second part of this chapter, that is acid, bases and salt. In the first part we have studied about the acid. We also came to know about the sour taste of acid of the substance just because of some of the acid present in them. We also came to know about that acid are mostly soluble in water, and we also came to know about the nucleic acid which is present inside the nucleus, and we get to know about the base which are bitter in taste and of course feel soapy in between the fingers. And we are also knowing about the base which are soluble in water, they are called alkali, although bases are not soluble in water, but those bases which are soluble in water, they are called alkali. So that we conclude that all alkalis are base but all bases are not alkali. So in this table we get to know about what are the different acid are present in different of the substances. We also came to know about the hydroxides which are also called alkali because they are water soluble. And we came to know about the indicators. Here we are knowing about the two types of indicator, that are natural and synthetic indicator. In the natural indicator we came to know about the litmus, China rose and turmeric. And in synthetic there is phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So in litmus we are knowing about the solution of litmus is purple in color, and litmus paper is also present there, and AC turns blue litmus red and bases turn red litmus blue. So that is the thing we have already learned in the last class. So we have also performed this activity to understand what is the effect of acid on blue litmus paper and red litmus paper, and what is the effect of base on red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, so that we can conclude that particular solution is acid or a base. We also seen that the turmeric is used as an indicator only in the case of base only. So here you must remember that the bases turns yellow turmeric paper to reddish brown, but yellow color of the turmeric paper remains unchanged in acidic solution. So this activity also performed by us so that we can conclude the nature of any of the solution. So here the main thing we have to notice that the turmeric paper is only used, the turmeric act as an indicator in the case of basic solution only. It cannot detect the acidic or neutral solution. So here a brain teaser question was there, that the basic and a neutral solution are present in two different test tubes. How can you distinguish between them using turmeric paper? Simply you can use the turmeric paper that will indicate the red color in the presence of base, so that we can conclude that a particular solution is base. And if the color is not changed, that means we can say that the particular solution is a acid or a neutral solution. Okay, the next one was the China rose indicator. As we are knowing that the China rose indicator is prepared by using the petals of the flower. So how it detect? Here you see that it detects AC turns pink China rose indicator to magenta, that means deep pink, and bases turn pink China rose indicator to green. So these are the points you have to keep in your mind. So this was the we have to perform this activity we have performed in the class. So let us start from here. That is the phenolphthalein, that is another indicator, that is a synthetic indicator. So it is an organic dye. Here you can mark this, that is a organic dye whose solution can be prepared by dissolving it in alcohol. So organic dye, when it is dissolved in alcohol, it is changed into phenolphthalein. So unlike litmus, turmeric and China rose indicator, phenolphthalein is a synthetic indicator. What is the meaning of synthetic indicator? That means synthetic indicators means that can be prepared in the laboratory. So which is colorless. Acha. We also came to know about that the phenolphthalein is colorless. So when we add a few drops of phenolphthalein to a basic solution, it changes its color to dark pink. However, it remains colorless in acidic or neutral solution. So here also we have the limitations, that when we add a few drops of phenolphthalein to a basic solution, it changes its color to dark pink. Here you see, if the color changes to dark pink, that means the solution is basic. But when we put the phenolphthalein in a neutral and acidic solution, we do not observe any of the color change. Okay. So let us perform an activity. Here we have taken the soap solution. Soap solution, as we are knowing that the soap solution is basic in nature, so that the color will change into dark pink. so that we conclude that the solution is basic. Like that, lemon juice is acidic, no color will change, and the solution may be acidic or neutral. So like that, you have to find out the in which case the color is changed and which case color is not changed, so that we can conclude that the particular solution is basic or acidic. So here in conclusion we can say that the phenolphthalein solution does not change its color in acidic and neutral solution, however it changes to dark pink in basic solution. So that is the main thing we have to keep in mind, that the phenolphthalein is the indicator for the basic solution only. In the basic solution only it changes into dark pink. Okay, it's interesting to know that methyl orange is another synthetic indicator which is orange in color. Just mark it, that the methyl orange is another synthetic indicator which is orange in color, and it turns pink in acidic solution and yellow in basic solution. So these things you have to keep in your mind, that is very important. I will ask you in the class that the methyl orange is used as an indicator that when it is put in a basic solution then it will turn into yellow color, and when it is put in a acidic solution it will turn into pink color. So just keep this in your mind. Okay, so let us perform another activity, that is activity number 6, to test dilute caustic soda solution using different indicators. So here we are using the different indicators. So materials we require here, that is a dilute solution of caustic soda, 3 test tube, drop indicators such as methyl orange, litmus and phenolphthalein. So we have taken the 3 indicators. What are they? They are methyl orange, red litmus and phenolphthalein. So and we have taken the dilute solution of caustic soda. Okay, so now take a little quantity of dilute solution of caustic soda in 3 separate test tube and number them 1 to 3. Add 2 drops of methyl orange in the first test tube, litmus paper in the second test tube, and a few drops of phenolphthalein in third test tube. So let us make this to understand this. We have taken 3 test tube. Okay, and we have taken the caustic soda solution. So as we are knowing about the caustic soda, that is basic in nature. So if we add the methyl orange in number 1, if we add methyl orange in 1, so what we'll observe, so as we know that if we add methyl orange in basic solution, the color will change into yellow. Okay, and in the next case, if we use red litmus in a base, here we use red litmus, the litmus color changes into blue. Okay, and phenolphthalein, if we use the phenolphthalein, as we have learned about the phenolphthalein, if we use phenolphthalein in the basic solution, its color changes to what? Let us see. Here you see that phenolphthalein, it remains, okay, in the basic solution its color changes into dark pink. Just mark out, that is dark pink, so that the color will changes into dark pink. Here we will observe that the dark pink color changes, dark pink. So observation here, read out, what change in color do you notice? You will find that the methyl orange turns yellow. Okay, here number 1, methyl orange turns yellow, red litmus turns blue, of course, and phenolphthalein turns pink, dark pink. Okay, so conclusion is that the caustic soda is basic in nature. Like that, I will give you another solution and I will ask you to test with the another different indicators, so that you can finally conclude that the particular solution is acid or a base. Here you see that the litmus, the different litmus is given here, litmus, turmeric, different indicators are given here, that 3, that is litmus, turmeric, phenolphthalein, methyl orange and China rose. The natural and artificial, all of them are given, and here in chart you see that acidic solution, what color changes, in basic solution what color changes, and used for testing what are the different things. So this table is very important. Just you make this in your copy and memorize this, so that if any question comes from here you can get it very clearly. So you can take these screenshots and make this in your copy. Okay, now it's interesting to know that acids are of 2 types, organic acid and a mineral acid. So organic acid such as acetic acid and ascorbic acid occurs naturally. So organic acid may just mark it, acetic acid and ascorbic acid occurs naturally, whereas mineral acids such as hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and sulfuric acid are prepared from minerals present in the earth crust. So organic acid such as acetic and ascorbic occurs naturally. They occurs naturally. But mineral acid such as hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and sulfuric acid can be prepared from minerals. Okay. Okay, here you see that hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and sulfuric acid that can be prepared, and trio of mineral acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and sulfuric that can be prepared from minerals present in earth crust. But organic acid occurs naturally that are acidic and ascorbic. Okay, let us perform another activity, that is activity number 7, to demonstrate the effect of given indicator on important chemical reagent. So here we have taken different chemical reagent, that is dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, dilute nitric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So here you see that hydroxide are there, that means they are base. Hydroxide, in the last class we have studied about the hydroxide, that is hydroxide if it is present, that means that are base. So finally now you can answer everything. And acid, you are knowing about the acid. So these are the acids. So effect on litmus paper. So turns blue litmus red. Of course the same answer will be in the case of acid. But in the case of base, it turns red litmus to blue. Red to blue. In 3 cases. And effect on turmeric paper, as we know that acid don't have any effect on the turmeric paper, but bases changes into reddish brown. Okay, next effect on China rose indicator, as you know that China rose indicator turns to deep pink color in the case of acid, and in the case of base its color changes into green color. So simply in conclusion part, you just see that the reagents that are acidic in nature turns blue litmus red. They also turn China rose solution to magenta. Okay, and reagent that are basic in nature turns turmeric paper reddish brown and China rose solution to green. Okay, now coming to the next slide, that is the uses of acid. Just we will here come to know about what are the different uses of acid. So acid are used in laboratories, in industries and at home. So some of the commonly used acids are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid and so on. So hydrochloric acid is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder, in leather processing and in the processing of dye. So you just mark this is important, that the hydrochloric acid is used in manufacture of bleaching powder, in leather processing and the production of dyes, chlorides and fertilizers. So these things are produced by hydrochloric acid. And sulfuric acid is used in the production of fertilizer, chemical dyes, toothpaste, paint and batteries. And nitric acid, whereas nitric acid is used in the manufacture of fertilizer and explosive. So these are the different uses of acid. You can write down point by point in your copy so that it get remembered to you. I will ask this in the classes. Okay, next interesting fact is that do you know that in our sometimes in rain contains trace of mineral acids such as sulfuric acid and nitric acid, and that is called acid rain. Means sometimes in the rainwater the acids are present. So just mark this. The rain contains trace of mineral acids such as sulfuric acid, nitric acid is called acid rain. Acid rain is acidic in nature. Of course, it can happen due to emission of harmful compounds such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ammonia, nitrogen oxide and so on from vehicles and factories. So where these compounds react with water droplets in the atmosphere, so they form acid in the carbonic acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid and so on, and come down with the rainwater causing acid rain. So acid rain is extremely harmful for crops, aquatic animals and infrastructure such as building and monuments. So we will discuss about the acid rain in more details in the classes. So let us come to the base, some of the uses of base. Here you see that the sodium hydroxide is used in caustic soda, sodium calcium hydroxide is used in slag lime, and ammonium hydroxide is used in reagent in chemical laboratories. So you just note down these points, just you mark this, the uses of sodium hydroxide in caustic soda. Okay, and that is largely used in soap. So sometimes I will ask you which base is present in soap, so you can say that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium calcium hydroxide is used in slag lime, is used widely in the preparation of mortar, that is chuna banane mein, plaster mixture of whitewash. So these are made up of sodium, that is calcium hydroxide. So I will ask you about the slack lime. And finally, ammonium hydroxide is used in reagent of chemical laboratories to remove grease from the window panes, to remove ink spots from the clothes. So ammonium hydroxide is used to remove the ink spots from the clothes. Here the checkpoint, just find the answer that acid have a dash test. You all are knowing about that. Acid has a sour test. Okay. All bases are slippery to touch like that of soap. Okay. Calcium hydroxide is also called, here you see, just we have studied about the calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is also called slaked lime. Very good. That is slaked lime. Okay, next, mineral acid are highly dash in nature. As we know that mineral acid, about here you see mineral acid, that are, we came to know about the mineral acid, that are the two types of acid. One was organic acid, here you see, just mark it, these are important. Organic acid are acidic acid and ascorbic acid, whereas mineral acid are hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, are prepared from minerals present in earth crust, and these are corrosive in nature. Of course, all the acids are corrosive in nature. You can write highly corrosive in nature. Corrosive. Corrosive, CORROSIVE. Okay, next, the term concentrated in dilute refers to the concentration of a acid or a base substance in a solvent. I have told you already that if dilute, we are saying about that the particular acid is mixed with some of the solvent or water, you can say that. So up to this we have studied about the base and acid, uses of acid, uses of base. So next, the salt or neutralization reaction we will be studying in the next class. Okay, so up to here we are completed. So in the next class we will be studying about the salt. Okay, thank you.